Hello, everybody. I just wanted to give a thanks to my grandfather, Leo Mosso, who served in the Army for 3 years.
Hi, everybody. Happy Veterans Day. My stepfather served in the Army for 17 years from the time he was 17 till he turned 34 4 years ago. Happy Veterans Day, and thank you to all the veterans.
I want to thank my pa. He was in the Army for 3 years and he was stationed in Germany. Thanks, Pa.
Thank you to both of my grandfathers who served in the Vietnam War, Richard Elliston in the Army and John Burney in the Navy. And thank you to my cousin Dylan Burney, who will be joining the Navy on December 14th. Thank you to all of the veterans who have served for our country.
My dad's grandpa, Robert Eggers, and his three uncles, Sylvester Eggers, Lawrence Eggers, and James Eggers, were all in World War II, and my dad, Brian Ring, and my uncle, John Best, served in the military too.
My uncle was in the Marines from 1986 to 1992, and happy Veterans Day.
This is my great-grandfather, John Molnar. He fought in World War II, and he was in the Army, and he served from 1940 to 1946. So everyone in this picture served in the military except for the woman and the man on her left. And the guy in this picture also served in the Army.
My cousin Anthony is in the Air Force, and he's actually deployed in Germany right now.
Hello, I would like to say a big thank you to all the veterans out there and for all that you've done for us. Thank you for putting us before you, even though you don't have to, and thank you for serving for our country. I would also like to say a big thank you to my Aunt Trish, who serves in the military and is a Major General. Thank you for all that you've done.
Hi. I'd like to thank all of the veterans that have served in the armed forces, and they have served to protect our country, like my Uncle Mark, who has served in the U.S. Army for almost 2 years.
Hi, today I'd like to thank my uncle Jason Hughes for serving in the military. He was in the Marine Corps and served in Afghanistan. Happy Veterans Day.
Hi, my grandfather Philip Gross Sr. served in the Army for 4 years during the Korean War, and thank you for everyone who served.
My great uncles John and Mike served in the Vietnam War, and my great uncle Tim that served after that. Thanks for your service.
I just want to say thank you to my granddad, Joseph Gosson, who served in the Marines for 2 years. Thanks, Granddad.
My mother's grandfather served in the Navy. We do not know how old he was or how long he served for, but all we know is that he did when my grandma was very little. And thank you to everyone who has served for our country, and happy Veterans Day.
I just want to say thank you to my grandfather, Doug, that served in Vietnam for a really long time. And yeah.
Hi, today I'm talking about my grandpa Ron Shaw, who was in the Army in the Vietnam War in 1965. Happy Veterans Day.
So many people every single day risk their life just to make sure we have our freedom and our rights. These people risk their lives just so we could have our freedom.
Hi everybody, so happy Veterans Day, and the veteran that I'm going to be talking about today is my dad, and that's him up there in the corner. So in 2000 he went to basic training for the Marine Corps, and he was deported in 2003 to go to Iraq. While he was in the war, he was a machine gunner in the infantry. And while he was in the Marine Corps, he went to 13 different countries, whether he was traveling through there to get to Iraq or if he was there training for Iraq or like after. And then in 2006, he decided to be a part of the Army since he was married and he didn't want to be deported all the time. So yes, and then this year is his 20th year in the Army, not counting when he was in the Marine Corps, and he is now a sergeant first class. and he's still active duty, but he doesn't go to any other countries or anything like that. If there was like a war going on, or if there was like some big thing going on, he would go to help with that. If it was like too much for, I guess, the police and the firefighters, and then like if military had to go over to help, if it was like some big situation. So in 2015, he started his own business, which he does part time. It's called Veteran Made Woodworks, which is like a part of what this picture is about. And I can show you guys one thing that he made, and we do own it. He didn't want to sell it just because he wanted us to have one so we could have it for parties. So this is what it is. It's a charcuterie board, and if you don't know what that is, you put like meat, cheese, and like grapes on it if you're having like a big party. So yeah, well, anyways, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.
I would like to thank my two granddads for serving in the Korean War and in the Vietnam War. My mom's dad served in the Korean War as a gunnery sergeant for the Marines, and my dad's dad served in World War II as a sergeant in the Army.
Happy Veterans Day. Two of my grandfathers worked for the military. One was in the Marine, the other was in the Navy. The one who worked in the Navy was named Ed Spalding. He worked for 2 years, and the other one was named Chuck Brankman, and he worked for 3 years in the Marine. And
on his great-grandpa John. He served in the Navy in the late 1940s during World War II. Great-grandpa John was on the USS Missouri, where they signed the peace treaty. The other one is Pop. He was also in the Navy from 1967 to 1971. He was stationed in Vietnam, but Pop was safe during the Vietnam War. He was at sea. I'm so proud of both of them, and I'm proud of all of my family members who have been in the military. Thank you.
Hi, I want to say happy Veterans Day and thank you to all the veterans out there, especially my father, Ron Onorato. Ron served during the Vietnam War from 1964 to 1967 as a sergeant E5 military police. Happy Veterans Day, Pop.